All right, we are back
Hello.
with another Q&A a day.
Yeah.
R.
What?
Anyways, it's our Q&A.
Oh, our Q&A.
Anyways, working hard or hardly working?
Really? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
First of all, that's that dumbest thing.
Working hard, hardly working.
I mean, yeah, I'm still working, but I'm not necessarily
Working hard
100%
because you're
there.
at home, so you're kind of
Well, I don't
just
think...
feels because you're home.
Yeah,
You
I
do your
don't.
best
I don't
to
think
work
it's.
at
I don't
home
think
because
it's.
a chilling place. To me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
No.
interrupting you.
I was just trying to let you talk. I think. I mean, yeah, I'm having a more difficult time trying to stay focused on what I'm doing. My normal day-to-day work, my actual work, I'm still doing pretty normal, but kind of the extra things that I like to do or want to do, I just haven't been as good at. It's been pretty bad. I mean to be honest, how I'm kind of thinking or feeling, it's been pretty bad. I don't really feel like I have the drive, even when I was before all this stuff that's going on now. Before any of that, I just haven't had the same drive, the same kind of energy, and I didn't really think that was going to change as much or as quickly. I kind of had hoped that I still work on things, but I wish some of the things were more and bigger, but that's me all the time. It's never really changed.
True. Okay, I'm hardly working because...
I thought you were just going to go to the next question.
No!
I thought you were just done.
All right.
You're like, no.
Moving on. No, I'm hardly working for, actual work. I'm doing, housework, but because I'm doing nothing all day, it's I'm on top of everything, so I don't have a lot to do. I'm not great at coming up with things to do if there's not, an obvious task that I need to get done. I'm well, I've got nothing to do. Could be working out. I did that for a couple days.
Yeah.
And then lost it. I'm so bad about working out by myself. If you were doing it with me, then I would be like, woo! Because
I'll do it with you.
Even if I finally get myself to do it, I don't push myself as hard as I should.
Sure, I'll do it with you. I'm happy to.
I know I need to, but the times that I think of doing it are while you're working, and I'm like, what do we do? What do we do?
Well, there's lots of time before and after.
Yeah. Just vibe.
Well, we're just not getting up on any specific time. The times I don't work as early.
We've been getting up better because for the first half of this, I was sleeping until 12 and 1.
Well,
so
that doesn't make
not
count.
sleeping.
It's still not very good. I mean, you would hope us talking about it now and whatever would help, but it really hasn't been. We just still kind of lay around and do nothing. Most of come on, you got to be honest. Most of our time has been laying around doing nothing, and it's upsetting. It's very upsetting, and it's my own fault. I'm not blaming her or anybody else or saying oh, this is the best time, I could be getting so much done right now. All my new things I could be working on. There's many things I've been wanting to do. There's so many things, and I'm just not doing it. It's 100% completely my fault, and I don't want to pretend I'm coming off as to anybody that I feel like it's somebody else's fault. I have so much time right now. I could be doing all the working out. I have so much time. Many of my days are much lighter work than they were. I easily could be doing way more, and I just haven't. Working on anything makes me feel just completely drained. Just instantly, I work on one thing and I'm like, oh, I'm done. And then you're fine with that. That doesn't bother you but for me, then I got back into it. It was earlier today, and I was like, oh, let's do it. And she's like, whoa, slow down. And so I wish we could find a better medium between that. What do you think?
Yeah. But I don't know.
But how would we do that then?
Yeah, we gotta do some more writing out plans. Because for 1 week I wrote down all the days and then stuff for us to do on every day.
Right.
Which went pretty well.
Right.
And it had us waking up at 8 and going on walks in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So next one is, what are you bored of?
What are you bored of? Everything. Every single thing I'm completely bored of. This is a depressing one. This whole video for me. No. I'm bored of everything.
Bored of?
Everything.
not being able to go out because I have all this time off, so I want to work on the house more.
Yeah.
But I need like home stuff.
Yeah, those type of stores are closed.
And yeah,
you can get like
closed.
food.
Plus,
but
wouldn't want to
what you mean, like
taking
furniture?
extra trips anyway. Yeah, and everything. Shipping is late and stuff.
That's true. Which is annoying to buy anything.
Which if I had done it like the first week,
it
would be here 20 times by now.
That's what always happens. You're like, wait, it's not going to come tomorrow on Amazon? It says it's going to take 5 days.
Don't order it, and then by the time I actually get around to ordering stuff, even before all this, when there was like a couple items that take a couple more days.
Weeks later.
I would always spend like 2 weeks before I order it, and I'm like, well, could have had it by now.
Would have already been here. Yeah, that's funny.
Anyway, so next.
Oh, shoot, next?
What? Do you have more that you're bored of?
No,
Let's get past these depressing ones. The next one is write down a problem you'd like your partner to solve.
Like for me, it would be the thing I said at the beginning. I think that would solve a lot of things if we could figure out how to better, I guess, you finding things you like to do. What you had said that to me before. It's like, oh, you said these things I don't want to do. Because I was talking about working on like social stuff, these different social media things. You know, we have multiple different projects that we work on. I want more help on that. Because it's always me kind of doing the posting and the interacting with other people. You don't like that part of it. You don't like
interacting with people. I don't like that.
So the interacting with like the social,
like over social media, I don't like that.
Sure, of course, yeah.
Strangers over,
right? And to grow the different things the way that it needs to be, you have to have that interaction. And when I'm doing the editing and all the different filming and all the different things of that,
that's something I could start doing again. Because
yeah, absolutely.
The editing for like before we do paintings and stuff.
Yeah.
The posting I can do. I don't mind doing posts and captions and all that, but like reaching out to people to try and get a partner for like our painting and stuff. Yeah. I'm not good at that. I'm not a salesman.
Sure, and it's not even that. It's just different pieces and coming up with ideas for things. Dad had always said to me too, like when I would, you know, and many different people that I've done projects with, they're like, oh, you know, George, you're like the idea guy. You have the ideas, and it's like, yeah, but to try to have ideas all the time. And to come up with ideas. So if you could do some of that looking through and searching for ideas, it's not even the interacting with the people, because I know, like you said, you don't like that. So that, oh, I saw this. Because, you know, the other thing with the painting is the wedding paintings are cool. I love doing them. I love working with the photographers. They're fantastic. They don't do that well standalone, social media wise. People don't see that video and go, oh, that was a cool video. I want to repost it. I want to share that, whatever. You know, the different things that help you grow on social media, because it's too specific. It's like, oh, that's a person that I don't know that got married. I'm not getting married. You know, there has to be some form of connection. People love, especially right now, a lot of graphic design type stuff. They like to share graphic design type stuff. They like to share, there's a lot of fantasy type art stuff going around everywhere. A lot of fanciful type flowy artwork that's very abstract in a sense, and to share that is a lot more palatable for people. They enjoy it. They're like, oh, that's cool. And even though the painting, the techniques, and the stuff is cool with the wedding photography and the wedding paintings, I'm not dissing it in any way. I love doing it, but it goes to those people. Mm-hmm. Those people want to see it. Their family wants to see it. The photographer wants to see it, and then other photographers. So we're in a very specific niche market, and it's great for selling artwork. It's fantastic. I know a bunch of those people that they share their artwork, and they get all these views and all these shares, and they don't sell a thing. Mm-hmm. We're selling consistent artwork, but to grow it bigger and more takes people liking our art on a larger scale, liking our art, following our different pages, doing these different things to where they're like, okay, I enjoy this artwork. Oh, one of the things they do is wedding paintings.
So you want to expand the types that we do?
Well, we used to do a lot more. We've actually done less. Mm-hmm. Well, when we started Find Your Hues, it was only for weddings. So yes,
mm-hmm.
once that started, but our art, we've done. Yes, that's true. We've done pets. Yeah, that's true. So we're doing commissions for children. We're doing commissions for specific people, and those people want to see it. We're not painting some cool scene that stands alone. That people are like, oh, this is cool. I want my friend to see this, and I'm going to share it with them. So to be painting these wedding things is fantastic, and I love it, especially for selling. but I also want to be doing stuff that stands alone, that people want to see and share and do. So, I mean, to get back to the question itself, a problem or whatever. And yeah, I mean, this question is setting up for me to say something I dislike about, I mean, that's the question. So for me, it is, okay, look, I wish you were helping me more with the behind the scenes type stuff, the setup, the making the videos. I mean, the videos I've been doing, those are super fun. But like just more of those things, more. And then yeah, that's what I would say.
You've been on that so long, I feel like we should just skip to the next one.
You're not going to say, so you don't have a problem with me? Hooray! Come on, that's what the question. So we're not trying to skirt around it. We're just trying to answer it.
I don't have a problem. You'd like.
Well, guys, this is looking great for me. Drop a like for George not having to solve any problem.
And him talking for like 8 hours about.
Not 8 hours.
For me to do.
Yeah, but I went off on many different things.
I have no idea. We're gonna move on.
No way, no, please.
Well, I don't know. I can't think of one. I'll think of one later, maybe, possibly.
Probably not.
Before we end. Anyways, moving on.
Okay.
I always appreciate the way you blank.
I always appreciate that you're like cleaning up, and like even if I make a mess or whatever, like stuff is in an order, some sort of, you know, like if there's something from up here, like we have a shoe rack up here in our bedroom, obviously, and there's a pair of flip-flops because we've been doing nothing normal. You have a bunch of different shoes that I usually wear. I've been wearing flip-flops and sandals.
And sandals.
Slippers, like slippers in the morning. And the flip-flops go up here. That's where she has decided. I'm happy for her to decide. They go up here under this shoe rack, and that's where they are. So I'll, of course, leave them downstairs in the exact opposite location. And so then I go looking for them in that location, and they're up here, where they should be. It's my fault. It's my fault that they're up here. It's my fault that they're downstairs, and they should be up here. And then, you know, she's put them there. So I really appreciate that you are consistently putting things in areas they need to be and cleaning and making it nice. I do appreciate it.
And mine, I always appreciate the way you jump to help right away whenever anybody asks or I ask you to do a thing, a task, or whatever. You always immediately go right to how can you do it. Even if you're super busy in the middle of stuff, you're like, okay, how can I squeeze that in to what I'm doing?
So like,
and get it done.
I see. Okay, so like work stuff. If someone's like, "Can you work on this project?" and you always hear me on the phone, and I'm like, "Yeah, of course," but you know I have solid work for the next. Yeah, no, I do. Yeah. Yes, that is true.
But yes, I appreciate that when you do it for me, and then I try and help you monitor
please,
when other people are asking you to do a bunch of extra work stuff, and I'm like,
and you try to shut them down
first because I know you're so busy and you have all this stuff to do.
Yes,
and because you have so many different things going on, people don't know outside of the place that you're.
Yeah, and I try not to like, you know, make it dumb. And every time someone asks me, I'm like, oh, I have all these other things from these other places, so I don't tell them.
You never do so. You never are like, I have other things.
Yeah, I never tell them because I just feel like, well, it just makes you sound dumb. You know, someone asks you this, and you're like, well, I have these other things. If you're gonna work for somebody or work with somebody, and do projects with people or whatever, you can't say to them, you can't be like, oh, but this other thing makes it to where I can't. Well, I signed up for that. I decided to do all these different things. I can't say, oh, well, let me see if I can fit it in my schedule. I have to. And honestly, in some ways, it's a bad thing. It's a predicament. It's a thing that I've gotten myself into where it's like, I don't really get to say that. And it does make me feel like sometimes I'm like, well, I have all these reasons. I have all these things that I could be saying, and I'm not, to keep the relationship, the business relationship, the friendship, whatever the thing may be, so that it sounds good for them. No, I'm not lying to anybody. I'm not keeping anything away. I'm just doing business as business should be done. If I have multiple things that I'm doing, I can't let this thing mess up or upset this thing. My schedule must be set in a way that makes it to where both things can run in tandem the way they should. If they start overlapping, it's my fault. We'll always have these other projects show up, and you have to just say yes. And that's what I do. I just say yes and try to figure it out later.
That makes me think, because you say yes to certain things that you don't immediately know how to do, but you're like, yeah, I can figure that out.
True.
that brings me to a problem.
Oh, back to the other question?
Other question.
Good. All right.
That because you think like that, sometimes when you're asking me to do something,
yeah,
you're just like, hey, can you do that? Figure it out. And it's something that you know how to do, but I don't.
So we're back to write down a problem on your partner.
Yes, because you can just figure things out on your own and you like doing that. Then you're just like, she can figure out that new thing even though I know how to do it. Oh. And for me, I'm like, whoa, you need to explain to me exactly what you want done and how to do it.
Okay,
then
well,
I
this
can
is
do
good.
it.
Well, but this is good though, because I mean, it seems as though now that you're saying that, getting back to that, which is good. Thank you. I liked that question. I like the deeper, more like I like those a lot. That's actually probably not a good thing. I obviously want to work on that, so I will work on that. But I'm saying those are two issues. The problems that we're having are actually kind of similar, and that's a good thing. So we're not having all these issues, all these problems going on. So
and it's good that I had to think about for a while.
Hey, yeah, it's good. No, but what I'm saying is that I was saying that I want us to find a more happy medium of me wanting to do a bunch of projects or things, and I want to say we're doing them together, but sometimes I'm overrunning you with these things, and I'm trying to get us both to kind of work on it, and so then I'm like, okay, do this, like we were just talking about the editing stuff on the computer. You know, I have a computer, and it's like a nice setup. There's multiple monitors and keyboards.
Literally, I've used a computer like for writing an essay.
Like typing on like a document.
Yeah. I've never owned a computer, and I've used them very rarely.
So obviously that's I'm saying my problem is I wanted to do these different things, but I haven't even shown how to do it. So obviously this is good. I think this is good, that we're talking about it, because, and also during this time of us kind of you're not having as much to do, because obviously, I mean, that's obviously what's happening. I'm still having pretty much almost as much to do, but I'm wanting to do new things. The question being bored, all these kind of tie in. I like that. I am bored with everything. I'm not lying about that. I really, really am bored with everything. And people would be like, "Oh, George, you have these fun things you're doing. What are you talking about?" No, I'm literally bored with everything. And so I think it'll be good for us to try to figure out what we talked about. Schedules. We talked about getting up at certain times. We talked about me actually walking you through, showing you how to do these things, which I obviously should be. I mean, that's total bad move on my part. For trying to do more things, I have to show, especially if these are things you don't know how to do and I know how to do them. If you're so nice to be able to work on something you haven't done before, I should be nice enough to show you. That's good. So we figured something out. We'll let you know in the next Ponder episode if that worked out. Should we do another one? This is pretty long. I think this was a long one.
Yeah, it's pretty long. We probably ended it.
So, but I think this is really good. I think we ended on a good note of, our issues. Totally, the issue we were having with, and I don't think we should make the issues we were having with each other. I mean that happens all the time. I don't think we should pretend like it's not happening. I think there's I've been talking the whole time. You talk. I don't know. I'm talking the whole time.
About what?
About what we were just saying.
Thought.
About what we were just saying.
Well, you were just repeating that it's good that the problem that we both thought of, we can fix together in one thing. We can fix you needing help if you explain to me how to do it, which fixes my problem, and then I can do it and be happy because I know what I'm doing, and you can be happy that I'm helping you do it.
Well, I think you'd enjoy it too.
We'll see. Yes, the only thing that I won't enjoy, and I hopefully will not have to do, is like reaching out to people over social media and like actually talking to them and
talking to a person.
Don't like that.
I don't need you to sell anything. That's my job.
Don't like that. Okay. But I can do the posting. I can work on editing things. Just need to know how.
It was good. We figured out a problem.
It'll be good. And I'll probably, I think I'll enjoy that.
Yeah, and you can do it in the.
And I have done that before. I was doing our posting.
I think, you have, absolutely, and
but it was on a different platform.
That's true.
So now it's a new.
And often I'm working upstairs and I can easily teach downstairs. So we could really figure this out to where, because the computer and stuff's upstairs, you can't easily move that. You could easily be up here working, and I teach mainly off of my tablets. That's what I mean. I mainly teach off of those.
I don't like that you call it tablet, because tablet is usually what the not Apple brands call it.
Is that a problem?
I use Apple.
Oh, whoa, okay. So yeah, anyway, I think that was really good. I liked that. I don't think people should shy away from the issues or the problems. I think you talk about them, you figure them out, and you work on them. I think we've really honestly figured them out. I mean, I'll ask you. I mean, because everyone hears me talk all the time. When we said it before during this video, when we sat down, wrote stuff out, talked about a problem we were having, tried to plan the next week, did it go better?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. You just need to do it for a while until it's a habit.
Oh,
I'm so
yes.
bad. What?
It's so true because we keep doing it, guys. We've done this so many times, and this is true for everybody. And the best explanation that I heard of it is very, very simple. It's an uphill. It's an incline. These anything you're working on that's worth anything, something that has value. I always say, I teach a lot of students, a lot of young kids, and I say, you could sit around and drink Coke and eat cake all day, but that's not difficult. But everyone likes to do that. And they're like, yeah, I love those things, yeah. And it's like, of course, but that's not. And I realize that's kind of a dumbed down, simplified thing, but that's just it. Because a lot of times I'm explaining things to really young kids, but it kind of makes you think in a simplified way, which can be very helpful. Mm-hmm. It's an uphill incline battle. Anything you want to work on that's worth anything is an uphill thing. So the minute you're not pushing this thing up,
backwards.
Yeah, the minute you're not pushing this thing up, the minute you're not going, the minute you're not staying with that momentum, you're not stopping, you're not staying there. You're actually going backwards. You're going down. So you lose the progress you've made. And I think the thing you were saying about the habit is so true. When you don't keep a habit consistent, they say 33 days and all that stuff. Yes, you do have to keep it up for a certain amount of days, but they try to put this exact number. Just keep doing the thing you're doing. Figure out a way that even if you don't like to do it, you keep doing it. And that's what's going to turn that thing into a habit. So long past the questions, a lot of extra talking, but that means it was good. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time for another Q&A a day.